Yeah, gold currently at $3,000 an ounce. We must use that to harvest cash. We must also use it to continue to invest in Blanket for its longer life. Blanket's got a mine life out now to the mid 2040s, but we're very confident it will extend beyond that.
Hello, you're watching Proactive. Joining me is Caledonia Mining Chief Executive Mark Learmonth. Mark, very good to speak with you. Could you talk us through the results this morning? What were the highlights?
Yeah, it was a strong end to a reasonably good year. Production for the quarter was just over 20,000 ounces. For the year, it was about 78, so it was within our guidance range. Clearly helped by the higher gold price. For the quarter, it was averaging 2,600. For the year, it was 2,300, and that flowed through into a big increase in revenue. For the revenue, 25% up for the year and the quarter, pretty much. Gross profit for the year was 77 million, compared to 41 million last year. And for the quarter, it pretty much doubled from $10 million to $20 million. And that flows through to earnings per share. Adjusted earnings per share for the quarter was 44 cents compared to 3 in the fourth quarter of 2023. And for the year, it was nearly 130 cents compared to just less than 10 for 2023. So a very substantial improvement, both operationally and helped by the following wind of the gold price.
And Mark, why were the results delayed?
Yeah, it's purely for technical reasons. Right at the end of the audit process, the auditors identified an error going back to 2019, so about 6 years ago, relating to the calculation of deferred tax. Now, deferred tax isn't tax. Deferred tax is accounting. So be very clear, this has no impact on our actual tax liabilities and tax payments. So all it did is it just affected the calculation of deferred tax, unrealized foreign exchange gains and losses, and then clearly that then flows through into accounting profit and loss. No effect on cash flows, and it is frustrating that this thing dates back 6 years. So we just needed a week or so to understand what happened, and the results that we've just published this morning includes a restatement of the financial results for 2022 and 2023, and full detail as to what the changes are is set out in I think note 40 to those accounts.
Mark, you also announced that the timeline for the Bilboes feasibility study has been extended. Why has this been done?
Yeah, there's quite a lot of new stuff we need to consider, some of which has really only materialized in within the last month or so. One of those is the potential to export concentrate from Bilboes. Now that would, if we can do that, that would substantially reduce the upfront capex, as we wouldn't need to spend about $80 million on a BIOX plant. If we can get the ability to export concentrate all the way through the life of the project, that might also have implications for the tailings facility, in that we wouldn't need to double line the TSF to deal with the quite nasty output from the BIOX plant. Another area we want to consider is to relocate the tailings facility anyway from Bilboes, where it was going to be standing on quite flat terrain, potentially move it into the Motapa property where we could lean it up against a wall, which would significantly reduce the capex cost. So, this is a big project. It's important for Caledonia, and we owe it to ourselves and shareholders to make sure that we evaluate every opportunity to optimize that project.
Mark, can you give us an update on exploration at Motapa and Blanket?
Yeah, in the course of 2024, we had a very good outcome from exploration at Blanket, which resulted in a very substantial increase in our resource base and our reserves at Blanket, which has allowed us to extend the life of mine. So that's all very good news. And then we finished our first exploration phase at Motapa towards the end of the year, and we found some really quite exciting mineralization in areas where we expected to find it, but also we identified quite exciting mineralization in a new area. And so we're doing further exploration in the course of 2025 to evaluate potential for near-term revenue opportunities, but also the longer-term sulfides, which will then in due course meld into the what we've got at Bilboes. So very exciting outlook there.
And the outlook for the next 6 months, Mark, gold comfortably above $3,000 an ounce.
Yeah, gold comfortably at $3,000 an ounce. We must use that to harvest cash. We must also use it to continue to invest in Blanket for its longer life. Blanket's got a mine life out now to the mid 2040s, but we're very confident it will extend beyond that. So we need to invest now to improve the robustness and resilience of Blanket. Then at the same time, work out the best way to commercialize Bilboes, and also to evaluate some near-term revenue opportunities at Blanket and at Bilboes and at Motapa, which may substantially enhance our cash generation over the course of the next 2 years or so.
Mark, I hope you'll keep us updated on progress on all of those fronts. Thank you very much for speaking with us today.
Good, thank you.
That's Caledonia Mining Chief Executive Mark Learmonth.